Good morning and welcome to your Morning Sales Coffee with your host, Chris Bonner. Good morning. Cheers, by the way. Okay, got that out of the way. We're ready to talk and we're ready to really get into it. What are we talking about today? What am I going to talk about today? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the pitch. Yes, strike. Hopefully. All right, we're talking about the pitch. There's so many different there's so many different ways we can pitch, right? So the way I like to pitch can be completely different than everyone else. But I personally use stories based on the fact finding, all right, and the questions I asked throughout my pitch. So Medicare agents, you're reading the SOB, right? You're going over the SOB. That's really your pitching area, right? So you're reading the SOB. I don't really typically read the whole thing. Not at first, not when I'm doing the pitch. I pick certain areas that I can use for storytelling, and then I'll go over on the whole 9 yards later. But during AAP, we might not have the time to do that. So I'm just letting you know, kind of a Roy thing. So, but it is what it is. For ACA, I'm storytelling the whole time. Okay. So for example, when there's a deductible or there's co-insurance or there's a MOOP, right? When I go around, oh, by the way, Mr. Customer or Mrs. Johnson, great news. This plan has a $0 deductible, which is really nice. However, you do have a 50-50 co-insurance with a $3,000 max out of pocket. Now, do you understand what a max out of pocket is? Kind of. It's basically what the most you'll ever spend. Now, here's the thing. $3,000 can be a lot for a lot of people. I know with me, I just can't write a check for $3,000 for a hospital bill. That would hurt my family, right? I don't know if you're experienced having a broken leg or been in the hospital or having one of those occasions sometime, but just getting that and say, hey, you got to pay us $3,000 could be a lot of money for a lot of people. So the nice thing about the plan I'm talking to you about today is even though there's a $3,000 maximum out of pocket, I actually have the plan is actually designed by me for you specifically that when that happens, you're not going to have to worry about it. Okay. What that means is if you get in an accident, any kind of accidental injury, I've got you covered. If you get a critical illness like cancer, stroke, or heart attack, I've got you covered. There's no maximum out of pocket of that. I'm going to get you the coverage. It's going to cover that for you so you can be good to go. Okay. This is what I like about that. So am I talking about a story? Yeah, I am. The other way to do a story is like when you're going over outpatient service, like for me, outpatient services. By the way, on this plan, you have an outpatient service of $350 copay if you have outpatient surgery, if you're in the hospital, or $350 out of the hospital. Whatever it says on the summary benefits. I'll go. One of the things with me, the reason why this is a big deal is I have a program that actually cover that for you for about 15 cents a day. That actually, if you broke your leg or had to go outpatient services due to an injury, that would be covered at 100% for you. And where it really comes in is, I don't know if you know this, but my daughter, she broke her leg. All right. It was a $22,000 bill when she broke her tib, fib, and ankle bone. And she went to the orthopedic surgeon. And you know what? She never saw a day in the ER. Not one day in the ER. They did the surgery. Bill was $22,000. I had a $5,000 deductible on my health insurance. And of course, I needed to pay the $5,000. However, I was smart because I'm in the business. I had an accident rider. So instead of that, I'd sent the claim bill to my accident plan, and they paid 100% of that. And I ended up paying a $22,000 bill, $0. That would be pretty nice, right? Boom. Use that as a storyteller. Oh, how about cancer, stroke, or heart attack? Use stories to get those sales. Now, remember, you can't pitch a cancer plan or heart attack or stroke plan or ancillaries while you're pitching a Medicare plan, but you can relate to it. You can bring it up. You can't pitch it, but you can bring it up, right? So make sure you're story talking about these things. So you say, hey, remember when I told you about my daughter, how she had to go to the hospital and we didn't have to pay anything? Would you like to not have to pay anything as well? If you can do that, that could benefit you in so many different ways. Remember, give them a story. Talk to them. Make it personal. Story. Give them something that they can relate to. Anyways, hopefully this helped. Hopefully I didn't just ramble today. Totally did like 15 bloopers, I think. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you. Let's have a great day and let's kick some butt today and let's have a lot of fun. And I will see you all at the top of the sales board. Bye-bye.